Welcome back, guys. So we're going to do a little part two to this and kind of look at, finish this analysis. But I wanted to go back to this part, which I think is very important. I want to go back to this part. We kind of stopped doing. He was talking about the system and the system being against him, and he kind of really got really nasty and really snarky when he brought up the ignorance of the law. That hit a nerve for him. This is something that he's thought about. So I wanted to go back to that.
Standing, I did not break the law. It's that simple. I did not break the law. Now, all my life you told me, sister.
You saw how his nose curled up? And he was like, I did not break the law. And there was an accentuation on that. And so that's something that he really believes. And he's really, again, Charles tries to drive his point home. We talked about in the last video when we did his 87 analysis, that Charles is one that he persuades by kind of being loud and bold and trying to force you into believing what he believes. And so he's trying to again accentuate these ideals and these philosophies. I did not break the law. You can't say that I did. I didn't do anything to anyone. I didn't make anybody do anything. Everybody acts of their own free will. And so he acts as, or he sort of presents himself as this mastermind who people believe in, and they do what they will with the information. But there are some motivations, as we can clearly see, as to why he tells people things. And he thinks that you guys are telling these people, essentially his philosophy becomes, you guys are telling these people the wrong information. You guys don't understand what it's like. And so I'm going to educate these people on the real world properly, to kind of know what it really is, because you guys are not doing that. And so what they do with that information, once they find out that you guys are liars and cheaters and stealers, and they're dressed up in suits and nice hats and working at the bank behind the counter, then they'll really know, and whatever they do is what they do. But I'm not going to say that it's wrong. I'm not going to denounce it. So it's very interesting that he's letting those philosophies, he's espousing those things right here.
Society, ignorance of the law is no excuse. Now, if you don't know the law, that's sad.
But why don't you take when you think about that?
Because he was trying to go. I don't know why his cameraman is doing that. Because he was trying to go with it. He wanted to go into the direction of the ignorance of the law and kind of think about that for a little bit. But she's kind of taking the conversation in a different direction.
Old baby.
Oh my goodness, here we go. Let's bleed hearts. Let's bleed. Why don't we just cut our?
Because she wants to talk about unaliving people, but he wants to talk about the philosophy of the world.
And just die because we feel so bad. We don't feel bad. What about them other people? What about them poor people starving to death over in the Appalachians? Do you think about that? What about the boat people that and all the other people that died over there? What about that little girl that ran through my ling and all them people you shot and killed over there? Did you feel bad about that? Did you feel bad about the Second World War when you piled bodies up to the sky? Come on, man. Don't even put all that feel bad on me. You're the one that's feeling bad about it. If you're feeling bad about it, why don't you write a book or something and make some money?
So what's the word for these two women today?
What's the word?
What do you want to ask them? What's your word to them?
How much time we got?
Time enough for you to say.
Okay, let me go to the restroom. and then no, I'm sure
Do we have time for him to? No, you got to answer and then go, because this is it.
Well, there isn't anything that can't be explained in time if we had the time to explain it.
Just give me a question for them. They got to pose something to you. What do you want to pose to them?
All right. If, and that's a big word because I don't hardly ever use those words like if and maybe. I'm not insecure about anything. But if you have a thought in your mind about what I'm thinking, is that what I'm thinking? Or is that what you're thinking I'm thinking?
Explain that.
Everyone says, we know what you were doing with all those women. I said, no, you know what you would have been doing with all those women, and you think that's what I would be doing with all those women because that's what you need to think. Now, you've spent all this time over there in that women's prison listening to all the particulars of what women do in and out of criminology and crime.
I don't know why this is the hill he wants to stand on. Charles, what has this got to do with anything? Quite honestly, what is this about?
Judges in robes. Have I ever lied to you about anything? have I ever lied about anyone to anybody about anything? Is there any time, in all the time you've known me, have I ever told you anything that wasn't right or true?
What's the first word that comes to mind when you think of those two women?
Leslie don't know me. Leslie was only at that ranch a couple minutes.
But today?
Patty, I'm surprised. Patty has picked up a lot of suffering. Now here's the thing, you stand for a cause, and that cause begins to crumble. And you crumble with the cause because you don't have to hold on. You don't have nothing to hold on. You fall up underneath everybody else's opinion. And you're turned around by what they think because you're looking back off in society, and she's not been in jail long enough to know that society that she's thinking about is not the society that's really going on. The society 25 years ago that she has in her mind is gone. That society moved on. There's another back window on this trip.
So the word for them?
Word?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's constantly making the point, and going back to the point that he made about the war, he's constantly making the point that this is a corrupt society. And so the reason why I do what I do, the reason why I preach what I preach, the reason why I encourage people the way I encourage them, and I don't think it's wrong, is because this society is corrupt. And when you guys finally take accountability and responsibility for what you have done to other people, to other countries, and these world wars and stuff like that, then I will most likely take accountability for what you guys are saying that I have done. But until then, I haven't done anything more than what you guys have done. You know, I haven't killed more people than you guys have done, you know, so I haven't unalived anyone, you know, so it's just interesting.
What are they? Give me a word.
You are your faith. Lose it, and you're not.
Integrity, like he said. He made that point earlier. He said, all I have is my word.
We are done.
Is that right or wrong?
It's true.
Yeah. If they lost faith in what they did, that's on them. I didn't lose faith. Have a good day.
Think of all the questions I expected you to ask them. Can I go to the bathroom? Is not the one that would have come to mind.
Hey, look here, man. Hey, are you gonna send me a copy of that?
Sure. Oh, the still pictures?
Yeah.
Still pictures.
I've been trying to get a still one for a long time, man.
Well, I don't know. We gotta ask the president, but we'll ask him.
That you don't have to ask the mailroom. They do things like that.
Charlie, they probably want to get their picture taken with.
Let me look serious.
Are you gonna look serious? Yeah.
Are you taking one for publicity?
I'm trying to, yeah. I mean, hopefully one of these will work. Yeah, get one with Diane.
Seems almost decrepit, as if he's breaking down in some way mentally. Like there's an internal battle, internal struggle that he has in his.
You in Kentucky, huh? What part?
He's going crazy in his own mind, trying to keep it all together.
He was born in the South, near Tennessee, and grew up in Louisville. 1, 2.
My uncle Wormy died in Louisville, nothing.
Just take a couple.
Trying to save the atmosphere when the Tennessee Valley Authority came in. We started CC camps back then. My grandfather started CC camps before the Second World War. And then when the Second World War came along, they forgot the CC camps. Now when you introduce Red, when you talk to Red, Red started the CC camp back. I'm telling you, those children did right. It's just sad that there wasn't more of them. The world's coming to an end.
You were born in Ohio, right?
Your atmosphere is dying. My mother ran off from Ashland, Kentucky, and went to Ohio.
Click,
You know, everybody likes this
Everybody
evil.
wants a picture of you.
Everybody likes that evil character they created. You know that guy with the eyes.
Yeah, he's very aware.
You gotta realize, man, all them guys you've been creating are not really real in real life, man. All right.
Hold on, just one second.
Don't forget me on those pictures, gentlemen.
Just one. Little one.
Well, I'm standing for shit.
That's fine. That's fine.
And let me give you all another thing. Will you please?
Yeah.
Everybody says I'm 5'2".
I was just wondering about his height.
When I was arrested, I was 5'7". Then I went down to 5'6". Then I went down to 5 foot. Then I went to 4 feet. Now I'm down to 5'2". Pretty soon I'll be 5 feet. By the time that you all die, I'll be about 3 feet tall.
So how tall are you, Charlie?
5'6".
Okay.
and 3/4.
Charlie, you were real nice. Thank you.
There's a fascination with serial unalivers and how they act, and because people want to get close to them and understand them and understand what makes them tick and what motivates them. And I think here Charles is, from what we see here, and I got some other videos that I'm interested in watching just to kind of see the consistency of his behavior, but they want to know what makes these people tick, what can make these people do what they do. And I think for some people, I think there's an extreme, right? There's an extremism of behaviors that swings a person to one side, and so they get caught up in this idea of, the world's going to come crashing down if I don't do something. And so it just, kind of evolves naturally. And so even though Charles may not have on his first encounter of unaliving somebody, he may not have gone to that extent, but I think once he crossed over, he had a taste of it. Then from there, he just kind of kept using that as a way to say, this happened because of this, but I'm going to use this to push my methodology. I'm going to use this to push my ideals and my theories. And so he just kind of kept going with it and kind of allowing or encouraging other people in a way, because they probably knew that he had done something. So he's going to keep on encouraging people in a way to do this, and that becomes a way of life. So if you like this video, like, share, subscribe. I appreciate your support. And until the next video, take it easy.